Well, Angela Collins and Elizabeth Hansen, they began their search for a sperm donor in 2006. The Canadian couple chose sperm from a bank in Georgia from a company called Xytex. Now, they're suing this sperm bank for $15 million after learning troubling revelations about their donor. This is what they thought they were getting: handsome and healthy with several degrees, a genius-level IQ on paper. Donor 9623, he looked like he had the best genetics that anybody could offer, and it turns out that the sperm bank used his sperm to father 36 children. Now, I want to take you to what the sperm bank allegedly said to this couple. As reported by a CNN reporter, they had to say the couple says Xytex employees told them the donor was among the best and his sperm was in such high demand that it was rarely available. Now, they have children with this sperm donation, Joe, and it turns out that the company, Xytex, they actually leaked the information regarding the donor on accident because of the confidentiality clause. They were never supposed to know his identity. And of course, the couple begins to do a Google search. Now, it turns out that their handsome and healthy donor was actually a schizophrenic college dropout with a felony conviction, which is what they learned from Google. They're now suing. They're saying that the regulatory requirements for sperm donations probably need to change, and oh yeah, this company is incredibly negligent in what they did with them and also what they did with other families. 3 other families have filed lawsuits pertaining to this case. He's fathered 36 children. Isn't that remarkable?
You know, obviously this is a sheer case of negligence by the company, also obviously the lies told by the sperm donor himself, but it highlights something much bigger than that. It highlights the fact that the laws and the regulations for sperm donating, they do need updating, they do require change. The fact is that there is a decent amount of money involved when one goes to donate their sperm. Now, you have a guy who apparently has several degrees, he's apparently really smart, he's got everything going for him. While it's very unlikely that this particular type of an individual would need to go and donate their sperm for money for 36 different children. The type of people, unfortunately, you get that go to be a part of this process often are more likely the college dropouts who don't have a good career and who do something like a sperm donating session in order to make some money. The fact that they don't properly test, they don't properly run tests for mental health history, and that foundations like this are not properly monitored, are not properly regulated, and can in themselves make money based on the fact that they are churning through the system, regular sperm donors, not checking them properly for their mental health issues, is absolutely disgraceful. And in my opinion, this family absolutely deserves the $15 million, along with the 35 other families that may well be affected by the schizophrenia being transferred to their children.
Right. Well, some of these families have multiple children. So it's not 35, but there are a number of families involved. And I just want to get back to the schizophrenic aspect of this case. So research shows that there's an interacting gene cluster where 70% of the time you could have a child that is at risk for developing schizophrenia if they have one parent with a certain type of schizophrenia. Now, taking this back to this specific case, last year, a judge in Georgia dismissed the case that Collins had filed against the company, but he even said, look, our laws concerning reproductive issues, they're outdated, they're complex, and taking this back to the FDA and the requirements for sperm donation, they're so simplistic. So basically, the regulations require testing for STDs such as HIV, hepatitis, and others, and also recommended that the sperm be quarantined for 6 months prior to use. So very basic guidelines. And something I want to take you back to the company, what they had to say. They said, look, basically they vetted the sperm, and this sperm was top-notch sperm. I'm of course paraphrasing that, and it would be difficult to vet a man yourself if you're looking for sperm on your own. You wouldn't get this much information that we've collected. But it looks like this family has a case. Taking you to their attorney's statement really briefly, the fundamental core of this case is the fact that each of these families have children exposed to a much higher risk of serious and psychological disorders. There are prevention protocols that obviously cost money. Well, $15 million is on the table against this company, Xytex, in Georgia, and it's up to this attorney now to prove negligence in this case. We're talking about at least 36 children that are involved because of this donor.